Hey there. I'm not much of a YouTuber, so bear with me here, but I've been trying to find a set of camper tie downs for a 2012 Dodge 2500. This has got the mega cab, it's got the running boards that just go to the end of the cab. You can go and try to find the TorkLift specs, but for some reason it's a real pain in the ass trying to find the right ones. So I ended up ordering a set, and then while they've been being shipped here, I ended up talking to a buddy who actually had a set, which he just gave to me. So I want to just quickly make a quick little video to talk about these camper tie downs and quickly show you how to throw these on, because during my research I found it was a real pain in the ass and really difficult to try to find the information on these exact tie downs. So I figured I'd make a video to help everybody else that's in my situation. So first of all, if you're trying to find used ones, because buying these new is ridiculously expensive for some reason, I'll show you what they look like. First of all, this is the front tie down. So this is what you're looking for. Something that kind of looks like that. So if you're trying to find used, that's what you want to find. And for some reason, when you're looking at used ads, nobody actually knows what the TorkLift part number is for these. So that is what the front mount looks like. This is what the rear mount looks like. Okay? So 3 holes on the front side that are going to screw into your bumper mount, and 1 hole on the back. Okay, so that is the back camper tie down, bolt-on camper tie down. Okay, so let's jump under the truck and take a look at how the front one goes on. All right, so here we are under the truck, and I sat here for a few minutes on the other side trying to figure out how the heck this thing goes on, until I had the aha moment and realized that this just hooks right over top of this, like that. So that's where it's going to go. It's going to go right kind of where your leaf spring mount is here. It's going to hook over top of your leaf spring bracket, and this big hole here is going to go right over top of your leaf spring. And so that right there is how your front TorkLift camper tie down is going to go on. So from here, there's going to be a bolt we're going to put in through the top that we're going to tighten down on the inside here. And there's going to be a bolt that's going to come down right through the top here. There's going to be some spacers that we're going to throw in there. And then there's this crazy little J-shaped bracket here, which is then you're going to hook onto the back side of your frame and screw in here, and then bolt this part in like that. Okay, I will show you some more as we get going. That's a nice shot of my feet. All right, so here we are, we're back under the truck. One thing you're going to notice is that where this leaf spring bolt tightens up top here, it's kind of a big gap in the frame bracket here. So you should have something that looks like this, and it's notched. And it's notched so that it goes around this little bolt holder tab here. So we're going to fill the gap with that. We're going to slide that in there. Then we're going to have this little wedge thing here. And I'm guessing how this all goes together. And I'm pretty sure this little wedge is going to go in here like this, because it doesn't quite perfectly. So it's going to go like that. And then we're going to take this big bolt, drop that right through. And then big washer, locking bolt, somebody that's watching this is probably telling me, thinking that I'm putting these bolts all in wrong, but really I'm just trying to piece a puzzle together here. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's all going to hold itself in place, so I'm not too fussed about it. So that's that one bolt there. I'll show you this. It's a better shot, I think, on this side of this little J hook thing here. So it is going to just hook right on the frame like this. Can you see that? Okay, so little J hook hooks onto the inside of that the spring bracket, and then from there we'll throw a washer on that. I'll come back to that, so you don't have to wait for me to find the washer for that. So we're just going to bolt that on the inside there. And then, hold on, let's move around a bit. All right, we're back. So here's that little J bracket I was showing you earlier. I'm gonna slip a washer on there. I had to go find another one because I couldn't find the one that came with it. I'm gonna slip a locking washer on there. And we'll just tighten this bad boy up. Finger tight for now. That's gonna keep it tight. Okay. We'll tighten that one down. Tighten that other one down that we just did in the last shot. You know, this one here is a little bit of a pain in my ass. It was on the other side. So up in here, on the top of the leaf spring end here, is where there's this little hole where you gotta drop a nut down. But while you do that, you gotta try to get this little locking nut on the inside, which, if you got big fat fingers like I do, is not the easiest thing to try to do. So let's try to get this started here. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, or else I'm gonna have to stop this shot because nobody wants to see a man struggle. Come on. Get in there, get in there. Oh yeah, there we go. So it's like that. So all of these bolts that come with this unit are 3/4 inch bolts. One thing that I found on the other side is that it's a real pain in the ass trying to get something on that top nut so you can tighten it down real good. Lucky for me, I've got one of these little stubby ones, which I was able to get up in there. So that's how all those bolts go in. I'm not going to waste your time here by you watching me tighten these all down. So that right there, I'm going to tighten all these down, and this bracket here will be done. And when I come back to you here in a second, we will go back to the rear ones. Okay, it's done. All tightened up. I don't know, there's probably some sort of like torque specs or something on this you're supposed to tighten this to. I like to just tighten it to like the verge of breaking a bolt, make it real fucking tight. But oh, sorry, excuse the language. So yeah, the front TorkLift camper tie down bolt on in place, 3 bolts, a couple spacers and washers and doodads. But that's what it should look like on your 2012 2500 Ram. All right, we're back. So we're going to do the back camper tie downs now. So this right here is your bumper mount, which mounts right onto your frame. And on your bumper mount, you've got 3 bolts. So we're gonna pop those bolts out. And so I'm gonna crack those. I've already sprayed them, let them soak. And now we're gonna crack those. And we're just gonna pull these 3 bolts out. And I'm not going to try to set the camera so you can watch me struggle over that. So I will come back once I get those 3 bolts out. Okay, well I got those 3 cracked. In case I didn't mention earlier, it's a 21 mil bolt. And if you're going to crack these, you're going to want to make sure you have a breaker bar, because these were stuck. So here we are. Hopefully you can see that. I got these three out. I'm going to slide these out. Boom. 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 So, I'm glad you did not have to watch me trying to break those, because there was a lot of swearing and grunting. So, get those three bolts out. All right, so I just did a whole video and I, for some reason, filmed it on slow-mo, so you don't need to see the bolts going in, but I'll just quickly show you here what we got going on. So these are the three bolts that we just took out, and we're just gonna slam those bolts back in. I just got them all kind of finger tight in there right now. I'll tighten those all down. And then, if you can see it from here, there's one more over here. Over here. On the back side of this bumper mount, there's one more hole here. So there's gonna be another bolt that's gonna go in through the back side of this bumper mount. And so a fourth bolt bolted in place right here. So that's it. Take your three bumper mount bolts out, put them back in, tighten them back down. One extra bolt is going to go on the back side here, which is going to screw in through a hole that's already in place on the back of your bumper mount. So there you go. There's your back TorkFit camper tie down installed after I tightened it all down. Okay, there you go. The front and back install on a Dodge 2012 Dodge 2500 TorkFit camper tie downs. Hopefully that helps. I know, like I say, when I was looking for videos and information on these things, trying to shop around for some used ones, and nothing was very helpful. And you don't want to spend a bunch of money on some used ones and then find out they're not the right ones. So hopefully that helps you identify the ones that you're looking for, and lets you know that even some smuck like me that's not a mechanic can throw these things on. So hopefully that helps. I don't want your likes and clicks and all that stuff. This is just a YouTube video showing you how to put some camper tie downs on. So hope you helped. Okay, bye.